Hey everyone, you know those clever life hacks you see everywhere, promising to save you time and money with stuff you already have in your house? Well, today we're putting one of the most famous ones to the test. Can you really use toothpaste to clean your tarnished silver? Let's find out. Right? You've seen this one. Maybe a grandparent told you about it or you saw a quick video online. Just a little dab of toothpaste and that dull, tarnished silver is supposed to sparkle like it's brand new. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, we're gonna see if it is.
Okay, so before we can bust this myth, or hey, maybe even confirm it, we need to understand what we're up against. We have to get to know the enemy, and that enemy is tarnish. What even is that dark stuff, and why does it keep showing up on our nice silver?
So that dark, kind of grungy film on your silverware or jewelry, it isn't just dirt that you can wipe off. Nope, it's actually a brand new chemical compound called silver sulfide. It literally forms right on the surface when the silver atoms have a little chemical reaction with sulfur that's just floating around in the air. You know, the easiest way to think about it is like this. Tarnish is basically silver's version of rust on iron. It's a type of corrosion, a chemical change on the surface. And that means getting rid of it isn't as simple as just giving it a quick wipe. Which, of course, brings us right back to the big question. If tarnish is a chemical layer, why in the world would something we use to clean our teeth have any effect on it? Well, the theory behind this whole life hack is actually surprisingly simple. See, the secret ingredient here isn't the minty fresh flavor or the fluoride. It's the mild abrasives. Little particles like hydrated silica are mixed into toothpaste specifically to physically scrape and scrub away plaque from our teeth. So the idea is, maybe those same tiny gritty particles can just scrape the tarnish right off the silver.
All right, that's enough theory for now. Talk is cheap, right? It's time to actually put this to the test and see what happens when toothpaste meets tarnished silver. Let's do this. The process itself is super straightforward. We got a piece of silver that was clearly tarnished. Then, just like the hack says, we put on a little bit of regular, plain old non-gel toothpaste. We polished it gently with a soft cloth, then give it a really good rinse and dried it off completely to see what we were left with.
And here we go. This is the moment of truth. After all that polishing and rinsing, did this famous household hack actually live up to all the hype?
Let's take a look at the results.
And wow, would you look at that? It worked. I mean, you can see it right there in the before and after. The silver is so much brighter, and that dark tarnish is totally gone. So, case closed, myth confirmed, right? Well, not so fast.
Because like with a lot of these quick fix solutions, there's a hidden cost. The success we're seeing right here is really only skin deep. The real story is what you find when you look a little closer.
And here it is. This is the problem. Looking at the surface under a better light, you can see it's now covered in tons of tiny, fine scratches. So yeah, the tarnish is gone, but that's because the same abrasive particles that scraped it off also scraped up the actual silver underneath. So, now that we've looked at the science, run the experiment, and uncovered the hidden damage, it is time for the final verdict on this very popular life hack.
So let's break it down. Does it work? Yes, technically it does remove the tarnish. But, and this is a huge but, it's way too abrasive for a soft metal like silver. It causes permanent micro scratches that, over time, will absolutely ruin the beautiful finish and can even lower the value of your silver items. The conclusion is pretty clear. This is not the way to go.
And really, it all comes down to this one simple fact. Tooth enamel is one of the hardest substances in the human body. It's built to withstand that kind of scrubbing. Silver, on the other hand, is a very, very soft metal. So the abrasives that are perfectly safe for our teeth act like a super fine sandpaper on delicate silver, and that's what causes that irreversible damage. So the next time you see one of those quick and easy life hacks, it might be worth asking, what's really happening beneath the surface? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other trusted household tips might actually be doing more harm than good?